Hey everyone, in this video we are going to be continuing the build of SpongeBob in Fusion 360. What we're going to be doing in this video is just trying to add our depth, which this depth of how deep his face is going back on that Z coordinate is going to be our 100 millimeters. And then we're also going to add some eyes. The eyes being 75 millimeters in from the edge, 100 meters wide on the whites, the pupils 50 millimeters, and then you can see they're also raised a little bit where we have a 25 millimeter, that white portion, and then that 5 being the black portion coming out. All right, so that's the things we're going to add today. Getting into Fusion 360, one of the things that you might have to find is the assignment you're working in, and I already have mine open, but yours should be able to be viewable if you go to the Show Data panel on the left-hand edge, and down here, usually it's in recent stuff, kind of working backwards, where if you go to the bottom, usually you see your stuff. There's probably a way we can flip that around too. At the same time, I can see mine down here at the bottom that I have available. Now, with that being said, we're going to get started right away. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're getting ready to actually turn this thing 3D. So whenever we're turning things 3D or using a thing like an extrude, which is what we're going to be doing here, which is right next to the create sketch up on the top, we want to be in an isometric view. That view being in the upper right-hand corner of the front. Select it up in the navigational cube. After we do that, you can see that our piece is flat. And the other thing is, well, in order not to have that be flat anymore, we are going to come up over here and we're going to select extrude. When we select extrude, we can select the surface, and from us selecting that surface, we will then be able to push this a certain direction. As you can see, it has a directional arrow and the distance. So we can type in 100. Right? If it goes back, it's going the right direction. All right. If you go negative 100, it'd be in front. We actually want ours to go back behind that red line. All right. Now, with that being said, that is our depth. Hit enter. Now we are looking at a 3D shape. All right. Now, that's all the part we're going to do for 3D right now. So we're going to go back to actually sketching again on the front surface right here. But whenever we're sketching and drawing 2D, I like to be in a flat or an orthographic view. Now, when I'm in that orthographic view, one of the things I want to do again is the same thing we've done in our last assignments where we were able to create sketches numerous times. We're going to create a sketch. We're going to select this surface that we're going to put it on. And then the other part, we're going to zoom in, zoom out, find that spot where we want to be. I'm making this kind of full size. Remember, you can also pan by, I think, pushing the scroll wheel down and kind of sliding that around. It's kind of a good little thing to be able to know how to do. With that being said, we are going to use the circle, diameter circle up here in the toolbar. When I select that, what I would like to do is just come down in here. And for right now, it's not directly in the right place. And I'm not worried about being in the right place. I'm just going to go about 1 grid in, or sorry, 2 grids in and 2 grids down. And I'm going to drop the eye right there, place in the center spot. Now, when I go up, as you can see that it kind of snaps around. The one thing I would say is make sure we either go straight up or straight down, because that, if we ever use these circles for endpoints, it puts those endpoints in the correct spot. So going straight up, and then we want to type in our diameter. And actually the white diameter is already showing up, it's 100. So it'd be 100 and then enter. Now we have our circle and it is the correct size. What we got to do next is actually put it in the correct location. How we're going to do that is by using the dimension tool. We use the dimension tool in the getting started or the basics videos you guys watched in the first week, but we're going to select that sketch dimension. We're going to select the midpoint of the circle and the outside edge right here, that corner. And then if we drag straight up, we'll get a dimension. If we drag straight out, we'll get a different dimension. What we want to do is we want to drag straight up and drop it. It's calling out for a call out there, and that actually is 75 millimeters in. All right. If you refer to the sheet, you'll see that in the upper left-hand corner of the front, it says 75 millimeters. So hit 75, hit enter. Now it moves that to the correct location. If you don't like that being out that high, you can kind of push it down, and it will show that where it goes. With that being said, the next thing we're going to do is the same thing that's over. So we're already in that sketch dimension. We want to select, but now we're going the opposite direction or straight out. And we want to drop that. Now, the funny part is, is ours is 100. Mine's showing up 100, so I'm just going to type it in again to make sure it's there. And you guys are seeing it again, and hit 100 and hit enter. Once again, if you don't like where it's located as far as the dimensions are showing up, you can always move those dimensions by clicking and dragging them around. Now we have our circle in the correct location. So the next thing we get to do is, well, make another circle. All right. So what we're going to do right next door is the same exact thing. This is one thing I've learned actually in Fusion. There's some shortcuts this way, and that is if I go to the circle tool, and that might be the letter C on my keyboard, by the way, too. See how it changes that if I push the letter C? I can come in and I can hover over the center point of this circle, and I can slide to the right. All right. Notice it's keeping it in that same plane. At the same time, I can kind of just drop it where it goes, and then I want to move that up, straight up or straight out, because that kind of puts the points in the right spot, and then I want to type in that 100 millimeters again. Hit enter. After I've done that, I already have it in the correct location going up and down, so now I have to adjust the 75 from the edge. So once again, dimension. If you hit the letter D on your keyboard, it's a shortcut. Top corner to the midpoint, sliding out this way. Notice we already have 100. That's in the right spot. Sliding up, it says 70 this way. That's in the wrong spot. So we have to drop that and type in 75. Enter. Now, we have both of our circles for our eyes in the correct location. And our next video, what we're going to do is we're going to add some depth in the pupils. So thanks for watching. For this submission, for this assignment submission, we're going to do one more video. So don't worry about any submissions yet. Just get to the next assignment. Make sure you finish sketch, and also make sure we save our assignment. Now mine says version, 2.1. I'm not sure kind of how that's labeled by it, but it is. Anyway, hope this helps. Good luck. Ask if you need help.